I'm so excited to welcome you to the All Deeds Help Detective Agency. I decided to start with a video so that you can watch and prepare for your first training mission meeting. Now, I get a lot of questions, and so I thought I'd answer some so that way you and your senior detective can be prepared. The first is there any prep we need to do before the first training mission meeting? The answer is not really. So by now, you should have gotten your supply box either shipped to your house or picked it up from headquarters. Now, when you get that box, it's super exciting and you want to open it up. That's great. Just remember to take a picture with it and then only open the clear bag first where it says start here. Now, junior detectives, when you open that first bag, you can do whatever you want with it. You can fill out the worksheets just as long as you do it before the first training mission meeting. Now, it should only take you about 5 to 10 minutes tops. You can explore what's in that bag, but you can't open up the rest of the bags. Those other bags have different numbers on them. They're going to be for the times that we meet in class. So, your job is to only open that first clear bag. You can share what the contents are with your senior detective, show them the cool stuff, and make sure you have those things with you on the first training mission meeting. Okay? Now, what do you need to have on the day of? Well, you need to have what you did from your clear bag as well as the first bag that says Mission 1. Okay? Don't open it yet until I tell you when it's time when you log in and meet me at headquarters. That way we don't lose anything. But it's going to be really important to keep it close by because everything inside each of those bags we're going to be using in our meeting. Okay? All right. Now, for senior detectives, you'll want to make sure that you've gotten the email with the Zoom link, which is our top secret code to get you inside the virtual agency, right? So make sure you have added Let's Talk Kids Health at gmail.com to your inbox contacts. So that way you never miss an email. Headquarters is going to be sending you at least one email a week, and it's usually going to show up in your inbox about half hour to an hour after our training mission meeting. These are going to have reminders specifically for senior detectives with a summary of what we learned, some advice to help with your family mission for that week, and then some reminders, okay? And then you'll want to make sure when you signed up for the course that you know you need to sign up for Kajabi. What is Kajabi? That is the platform that I use to put all the pre-recorded content. That's what the video supplement is. A video supplement is just the pre-recorded meeting materials. So if for some reason you and your junior detective have to miss and you can't make a different live class time, you can always go back into Kajabi after that training mission meeting and then watch it yourself and then go through the deed and family mission so that everybody is always on the same page week to week. Some senior detectives use the video supplement as a review, or let's say one senior detective isn't able to make it live that week, then they'll just schedule a time to access the video so at least then they're involved and they know what we talked about and they can be involved in family meetings, an ongoing discussion between training mission meetings. Okay, so that is yours to access for the 6 months that you are part of this program. Okay, so make sure you have that and you've set up your Kajabi account. Now, Kajabi also has an app that you can download, which is really nice because if you're like me and really busy, you can always set it up so that way you can access the video supplement on a computer, on a tablet, or a phone. And so you can learn wherever, whenever. You don't even have to watch it. You can just be listening to the audio, but it's really important that you have the knowledge of that's where you go in between training mission meetings. Or let's say, we're done with the course, but it's month 4 of 6 and you're like, "Oh, I think we learned about that. Let's go back and review that little segment." You can always go back and log on to Kajabi. Okay, so what is a training mission meeting like? Now, for some of you, you might have attended a mini class simulation, but it's not a requirement. So don't worry if you're like, "What's that? I didn't go to that." It's okay. But a training mission meeting is on Zoom, so you're going to be seeing me just like this, wearing this headset, but you're going to see up to 9 other families, or sometimes maybe up to 11, depending on how many kids are signed up. And we're going to just be sitting together. You're going to sit next to your senior detective or detectives, and you're going to make sure you have what you need for class. You get to log on up to 10 minutes early. And if you don't want to have your video on during that time, that's okay. But when class starts, I ask that if you can, just keep the video on, just because it helps the other kids and other families see you, get to know you, and all of that. We're going to go over ground rules at the beginning of each class. Each class is 60 minutes in length, sometimes just occasionally over, especially that first week when we're doing introductions and the kids are super excited to share lots of things. But obviously, I like to keep it to 60 minutes. Now, 60 minutes is a long time to sit in front of the computer. If your junior detective needs to stand up, stretch, totally cool. It's not going to disrupt the flow. It's okay. We do build in one brain break during the 60 minutes, so that way you can look forward to getting up, getting a snack, going to the restroom, whatever you need, getting a stretch, petting your dog. It's totally cool, okay? Because we know kids with ADHD, individuals with ADHD need little breaks like that. It's okay. We're going to work with it, right? So you'll always have one of those breaks. And then the other thing is, what are other reminders from headquarters? All right. Well, so one is that you need to make sure to listen to what your weekly deed and your family mission is. We're going to ask that you take pictures of evidence of completion, and senior detectives will be in charge of posting this evidence in our Facebook group. It's called the Teach Me ADHD community. So you're going to want to make sure that you are in the group. You're going to have to request admittance, and it takes maybe up to 12 to 24, 48 hours for headquarters to see that and approve you, but we try our best if we know we're waiting on someone to join to then look for that person to request admittance. And then I do want to tell senior detectives, let's say mom signed up for the course but really wants dad to be involved. Awesome. Just tell headquarters what their Facebook name or handle is, so that way they can also request admittance to the Teach Me ADHD community. And if you want them to have access to the Kajabi video supplement and the emails, you can also let headquarters know what your partner or the other senior detective's full name is, along with their email, and we will grant them access. So that way every adult in the household has access to this material and can go through it at any time. Now, that's going to be really important for consistency because no one can do this alone. That's why we do this class as a family, because we really want to start working with everybody, okay? And then make sure you bookmark the Facebook group because you're going to want to check in often. I often will run other things aside from what we're going to be doing in class. I invite 2 experts and do workshops, 2 expert interviews or workshops a month so that we can continue growing and learning once you're done with the original 8 weeks, okay? And so there's going to be fun things going on. There's a family and community challenge every month that you can participate in, even if you're still taking the class. You can win prizes. And I try to do other fun and innovative things. So that way, if you post a question, it's likely that other parents have the same question. That gives me ideas for who to keep inviting into the group so that way we can all learn together. Now, I know some of you might not feel tech savvy, but if you have any questions or concerns, make sure you send me an email, preferably not during class because I won't be able to check emails, but at least an hour before your class to let me know what's going on, and I will try to answer that for you. Now, the other thing is if you know ahead of time that you cannot make a certain training mission meeting, It's totally okay. Life happens, right? 8 weeks is a long time. But let headquarters know as soon as possible, because if it's possible for you to do a different class time and still get it live, that you can then join in for that week or whatever weeks that you need at that other class time. Otherwise, you can always review the material in Kajabi. Now, Kajabi will release all the material a week at a time. So when you log on, you're not going to see all 8 weeks all at once. You're going to see a week at a time be released and until all 8 weeks are open. Okay, and this is so that way we pace together. And then the last reminder is every time you submit evidence during your 8 weeks of training mission meetings, you and your junior detective will get an entry into the class drawing. Now, I always do a fun big raffle prize for each of the class times each time I do this class. It's just a fun way to keep us all motivated throughout the 8 weeks. So every time you post evidence of weekly deeds or family missions, I will enter you and your junior detective into the class raffle, and then at the last class, I draw one name for each class time to get the prize. Now, I'll be sharing with you what those prizes are at the first meeting, and then I'll post a picture of it in the Facebook community. That way, you and your junior detective can stay motivated to keep working on the skills and the deeds that we learn each week. I can't wait to meet you all, and let me know if you have any questions. Just email me at drnarissa@letstalkkidshealth.org, and then I will see you on the inside real soon. I am so excited.